frustrated of the years of intimidation and violence perpetrated by these gangs from southwest Sydney, and it's and I can prove it. There's plenty of documentation. Sorry? No, I live in Sydney, and you know, there's police documents to support it. There's plenty of material. I can prove it in court. There's plenty of material. You just have to look at Strikeforce Neil report, and I can reference plenty of other material talking about the attacks, the antisocial behaviour that was perpetrated by these gangs throughout Sydney. And we had the Sydney gang rapes, we had the Ashfield gang rapes. There was a lot of sort of hostility going on, and you know, there was a language that was directed.
That's all ancient history, isn't it?
It's not ancient history though, but the thing is that
Isn't
it's
it
only
time
10
to
years.
move on?
You know, the thing is that it's changed now, the battle's changed. We're not seeing these youngsters get so much involved in gangs now. They're getting involved in Islamic extremism. And we had just recently Curtis Chang murdered by a 15-year-old. We've got a problem in Australia and we need to talk about it.
That is not
No, it is. It's all interlinked. It's all interlinked. It doesn't matter, but it is happening in Australia.
Yes,
But what happened 10 years ago?
why
Because that's what happened 10 years ago, and I have a right as an Australian. Did you object to Hezbollah Sharia holding a rally in Lakemba?
It's 10 years
It doesn't
ago,
matter.
the thing that you're
Did you object
commemorating.
to Hezbollah Sharia? Hezbollah Sharia, an extremist organisation that wants to overthrow democracy, has the right to hold an assembly in Lakemba calling for the killing of Jews, but when we want to have a peaceful assembly down in Cronulla to mark a day that Australian men stood up and
The
defended their
Shire
suburb.
community is overwhelmed.
They did, yes they did. But why don't you talk about all those incidents preceding that explosion and the reprisal attacks? Was anybody stabbed on that day? Was anybody stabbed? Were there any gunshots that were fired in the, you know, imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if it was gang members from southwest Sydney, 5,000 of them. We saw what happened in Hyde Park, sorry. You know, come on, it's fair. So, well, I believe that, you know, the powers that be, the political establishment has made a mockery of justice, and I'm making a mockery of the political establishment, and just sort of, you know, just a bit, you know, I think that it's just disgraceful in such short notice.
Aren't you making a mockery of Muslims?
No. Well,
describe your
they've
dress.
brought claims.
Describe
Why are
your
you
dress.
offended by this? Why are you offended by this?
I'm asking questions.
No, but why are you offended by it?
Describe your dress.
I'm
Mr.
wearing
Face.
Islamic garb. What's wrong with that?
Islamic garb.
Yeah, what's wrong with
You're
that?
mocking
No, I'm not.
Muslims, aren't you?
No, I'm not. Not at all. Are you going to say that just because a Muslim wears Western clothing, they're mocking Westerners?
I'm
Westerners?
asking why you're
You know,
wearing
honestly,
it. Why?
to make a point, to draw attention to this case, you know, and that's what needs to do, you know.
If you're not from Cronulla, why do you want to
Nor is the mayor. The mayor doesn't live in Cronulla. The mayor of Sutherland doesn't matter. I live in the inner west. There's protests there all the time. Haven't we got a right to hold a free assembly? I'm more than happy. Anybody group, even Hezbollah Sharia's got a right to hold a free assembly. But for us, we can't hold a free assembly. We engaged with police over 2 months ago, and this is a miscarriage of justice. It's more than happy to go forward on Friday. And you know what? It's just the denial. Are you saying that all those incidents? I know, but are you saying all those incidents didn't happen? Are you saying that all those incidents that led to the Cronulla riots didn't happen? No, it did. It did happen. It did happen.
And even if it did, then the people that they attacked were the people responsible for that.
No, they attacked a whole range of it. No. But what about the lifesavers that were bashed? And you know, 3 weeks ago, there was another bashing. It's being covered up by the media. Again, two Muslim girls, three attacked, 2 people. No, look, are you saying that these people aren't overrepresented? There's criminal behaviour. There's a pattern here. We can go down there. See, you don't enjoy free speech. You know, you don't. And you know what? Exactly right. That's why I'm here. Thank you. That's why I'm here. Exactly.
Excuse me, Nick. I actually live in Cronulla.
Yes. We do. I do definitely, and I don't take it lightly, the matter. And hopefully tomorrow in court that we can come to some sort of compromise with police, and they can set down conditions that if there are problems on the day, that we'll work with police and we'll comply with whatever orders they give us. But we're more than happy to do that. And we've compromised over the last 2 months and been to every meeting that they asked us to go to, and we've had meetings also with council. And I understand it's a hot potato. But, you know, we do have a right to go down there. And there's 2 sides to the debate. That's an argument.
How many
Can you
How
guarantee
many
it
people-
won't become violent?
I can't. And look, there is some material that's been floating around on social media. There's different groups, not our patriotic groups, We're not down there. Nobody, the speakers, we've got 6 speakers. Nobody's ever promoted violence, sort of thing. And you know, yeah, there's a possibility. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know what tomorrow
How
holds.
many people do you expect to come?
Well, I believe with all the media sort of interest, it's sort of like it's just blown out of proportion this week. So it's difficult to say, but there could be 500 people. But I believe that if the injunction or the prohibition to stop the memorial service goes ahead, it's going to be more sporadic and it's going to be all over the place. And police have acknowledged that to me too, that there could be problems there. It's better to have an organising committee. Whether some people like it or not, that's not the issue. We've got a right to exercise our democracy
So
down there.
if there is an injunction against you holding a rally,
Yes.
will you personally be coming to Cronulla?
I will.
And what will you do?
I will. Well, look, I'm going to speak on the day, and like I said, we've been organising this event for a couple of months, and it's
And
too far
where
gone.
will you speak?
We're going to set up a stage and a PA system, and it's going to be at the Don Lucas Reserve on
So
Saturday.
you're going to still come even if there's an injunction?
Yes, I am.
You
sir.
won't defy?
Yes, I will. I've never, I don't take it sort of this
Have they
issue lightly.
have they asked you what do you know what the consequences of that
No,
will
I don't.
be?
And
Will
that's
they
what
arrest
I'd
you or
like to ask
anything?
you. It's possible that they could arrest me, and there could be sort of I guess other legal action sort of thing, and just even with the claims of Dr. Reefe sort of thing, saying that I've breached the Racial Vilification Act. It's sort of the stuff that I can back up all the claims that they've made. I can I can defend myself in those claims that they've made against me.
Nick, I live in Cronulla. I know that from talking to people there,
Yes.
no one supports you coming there.
Yes.
Why are you going across the
Who have you
border?
been talking to? Because I've been
I live
speaking
in
to a lot of
Cronulla.
people.
Well, who are they? How many?
I'm not going to mention their names because
Oh,
it's
do you have any?
Of course I do. I'm not going to mention any names.
How many? How many?
That's not the issue. Do you believe in free speech? Do you
I do.
believe in free speech?
But
So
I don't
why are
believe
you
in racial
objecting?
vilification.
Racial vilification. Islam's not a race. Get a new platform. Get a new argument, mate. Islam is not a race. It's a political ideology. I have a right to be down there just as Hezbollah Tariq has a right to be in
Do you
Lakemba.
have any right? Do you have any rights when the people of the community say stay away?
I'm sure there would have been people out at Lakemba that would have said to Hezbollah Tariq, stay
But
away.
what about
But when we
Cronulla?
live in a democracy, I have a right, it's a fundamental right, to exercise my free speech. And if some people don't like it, tough titties.
You fire up a bit, don't you, when you get angry?
Sorry, of course I do, because it's a fundamental right. It's a fundamental right. I have a fundamental right to say certain
create
things.
social disharmony.
No, it's not about creating social disharmony.
Yeah,
We've
but what
already
is
got
it?
social disharmony in Australia. We have already got social disharmony in Australia. Are you saying Australia's a cohesive nation at the moment? I don't think it's cohesive with all this immigration, more broadly speaking, and other issues, but that's, conversation for another day. But we have a right to be down there. Like, why didn't the council and police, why didn't they seek these matters into the courts last month?
So should
They
we-
should have gone to the courts last month, and right at the last moment, they're using our taxpayers' money to attack an Australian who's standing up for free speech.
So should we take up Donald Trump's idea and ban Muslims coming into Australia?
I believe that we should restrict Muslim immigration, absolutely. Yeah, why not?
What, a total ban on it?
Absolutely. And I understand that Muslim countries don't encourage, sort of Christian or European immigration to their countries. Absolutely. Why would they? Why is it only the West that is so stupid that they keep encouraging all this immigration of people who in many cases are incompatible with our way of life?
Did you, when
This
you
is
came
about
here-
ideology.
When you came here today, did you miss work?
Well, I have had to miss work. It's been quite a stressful week, and I admit it's been overwhelming. I haven't had much sleep.
What work do you do?
Well, that's a private matter because I already get intimidated enough at work, sort of thing, and that's a
You're not
private
on
matter.
social security?
No, I'm not. No, of course I'm not on social
Where do you
security.
work?
I'm not, what's that got to do with this issue today?
Well, you're
What's
bringing
this? What?
all
So
these
you,
issues into the public.
you can go and harass them and say, get rid of this guy because he's sort of exercising his freedom of speech.
You
I
work
find
for-
that quite nasty.
Do you work for the public or private?
It's none of your business, mate. It's none of your business. It's none of your business. We're still going to continue, absolutely, because it's been set in motion. The material's been out there. Everything's sort of like, even if we don't go on Friday, people are going to turn up. They should have sought this matter in the court a month ago.
Why didn't Burgess come today?
Burgess lives down in Cooma, and just with the tyranny of distance, he finds it difficult. So maybe if it's sort of adjourn till Friday. I guess that he's going to have to show.
I just don't understand why none of you are from Cronulla and yet you feel the need to hold the rally there when the locals actually don't want it.
Well, that doesn't matter. You know, just because you don't like it, I have a democratic right. That's called democracy. We may not agree because we're humans. What's that? What, we've got to agree with everything? You can't get it because you don't appreciate democracy or freedom of speech. You know, if you come to my area and have a protest, or Muslims have, they've got a right to be there. I don't have a right to say don't have a protest in my area. Sydney belongs to everyone. Yes, there's different groups. There's people from Cronulla and there's people from interstate. And look, there's both sides. There's passionate debate. You know, the lefties are going to be there, anarchists and communist groups, and you know they're meeting at Wiley Park on Saturday at 10 a.m. And they're sort of going to bus in their supporters. So it's going to be an interesting day. But if there's any violence, and we've told our supporters, do not come. No alcohol. Do not come if you're drinking alcohol. We don't want any skinheads there. It's all about the message, and we have a right to be down there, and we want to go home peacefully, hold our rally or memorial service, have our speeches, and everybody go home peacefully.
But there's no one from the party free.
We do have members, yes, we do have members. We have members all over Sydney, all over Australia, sort of thing, but I can't give you that sort of private details of certain people.
So you're back at 11 o'clock to vote to find out?
That's right, yes, exactly.